Hey there, everybody. Thomas with Basecamp Trading. It is Friday, September 6th, and we're going to take a look here at crude oil and discuss kind of the outlook we have for this market for the time being. Now, before we dive in there, though, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not done that either. So with that being said, our bias in crude oil right now, this is something we've been talking about for a couple of weeks here at Basecamp. And what we're looking at overall, our bias has been neutral. Now you say, Thomas, what do you mean you have a neutral bias? What does that even mean for the price chart? How do we trade with that? Well, it says we don't have a strong opinion one way or the other. And the reason we have that neutral bias is because for the time being, market is just chopping sideways. And one of the things you can see, and one of the things that kind of tips us off that we have a neutral bias and we don't have a strong bias one way or the other, is these wicks on our weekly price charts. If you look at our weekly charts for the past 6 weeks or so, when you start seeing long wicks to the upside and the downside, that's showing a lack of commitment one way or the other. Okay, so we rally, but it immediately gets rejected. We sell off, it immediately gets rejected. So the price is kind of comfortable where it's at, and it's not in a trending environment. It's just chopping sideways. So when you see something like this happening, how do we trade it? Well, we do short-term day trades where we have intraday targets. We're not looking for any swing trades. We're not looking to catch any bigger moves. All right. And then with that being said, if you're only doing swing trades, then you sit on your hands and you just leave it alone. You go wait for a different market. A good example of something like this occurring where we had no bias one way or the other for several weeks was the indices. And the indices just broke out yesterday and triggered our bullish bias, and we hit our first bullish targets, and our next targets in the S&P, for example, are 3,000 even, and then we're looking for between 30.20 and 30.30 as the next target up by the highs. But we were chopping sideways. If you look at the weekly price chart, we had long wicks both directions, had no bias, no strong opinion one way or the other. Then all of a sudden we had the bullish engulfing last week, which led to the breakout through that week resistance on the dailies yesterday, followed through jumping again a little bit today. So overall bias in crude oil right now is neutral. We do not have a strong opinion on it. We're seeing a lack of commitment from buyers and from sellers. The market does not want to hold on to any gains or hold on to any losses that it's taken recently. So until we start seeing the market committing one way or the other, we just keep a neutral bias, only day trades, not looking for swing trades. But that's it for today, everybody. I will see you all bright and early in the trading room on Monday. Once more, make sure you smash that like button. And until next time, happy trading, everybody.